I'm Doug Geed. The man charged in a Gilgo Beach killing is expected in court today. He's a former Tennessee state trooper named Andrew Dykes. He pleaded not guilty last month to killing Tanya Denise Jackson. For years, she was known as Peaches because of a tattoo. Now, her scattered remains were found at Hempstead Lake State Park back in 1997. More remains were discovered along Ocean Parkway in 2011, including those of a toddler. The little girl is believed to be the daughter of the suspect and victim. And this Brentwood man is also in court today. He's accused of slapping a child who has cerebral palsy. Police say Bruno Valenzuela aggressively slapped the child in the back and chest last month as the 5-year-old was coughing. We're told he was working for the Christian Nursing Registry and was caring for the boy at his home in Port Jefferson. And a first in Newsday, cash-strapped Nassau University Medical Center is getting nearly $110 million in state aid. That's more than double what it was in 2025. That money will help reduce the hospital's massive deficit and reform it under new leadership. And a first in Newsday, Northwell health officials will cut the ribbon today on a new $5 million women's health center in Manorville. The facility offers OB/GYN services, breast surgery, and cardiology. Only in Newsday, nearly $2 million in funding has been cut for struggling Nassau Community College students. The U.S. Education Department pulled funding for what's called Project Beacon. It provides counseling to students who were dismissed for academic reasons. The money came from the department's Hispanic Serving Institutions program. A new affordable housing development has opened in East Patchogue. 38 units at The Grove on East Main Street were rented through a housing lottery. Another 17 support families who were formerly homeless. All right, let's check out your Friday forecast. A cold start to your weekend. Bundle up if you have plans tonight. Highs only in the 30s today, but double-digit wind gusts. It'll feel more like the teens and 20s. Now some snow showers are possible early tomorrow morning, and it's likely that will transition over to just rain. More snow chances for Sunday. As for Martin Luther King Day, it's dry but cold. Cold weather continues through the rest of the week. Now look at Tuesday. There are a high of 23 and more snow chances on Thursday.
Long Island weather is brought to you by PTRC.
Newsday at the movies. I'm Macy Eglund. It's a new year, and that means we have a lot of great movies to look forward to, especially over the next few months. Joining me now with a look at a few of those is Newsday's film critic, Rafer Guzman. We always love looking ahead to these new films, so let's dive right into this. First up is the highly anticipated adaptation of Wuthering Heights, starring Jacob Elordi and Margot Robbie.
Cliff, you're not enough. Not for her.
I'm not gonna lie, I got chills when I watched this trailer. It looks really, really intense.
It does.
It looks like a good love story. Of course, I mean, it's based off the book, of course, so.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the two most famous literary lovers since Romeo and Juliet, right?
Yeah.
And you've got one very huge star, Margot Robbie, and then you've got this fast rising star, Jacob Elordi, who was in Frankenstein. This is Emerald Fennell, the provocateur who did Saltburn. She raised a few eyebrows with that. If you watch the trailers closely, you might see somebody looks like maybe licking a wall. So
I saw that.
Who knows what's going to happen in Wuthering Heights? But this is probably the biggest movie, I would say, of the first quarter of the year.
Yeah, it looks good. I definitely want to see this one for sure. Let's take another look. This is another book adaptation here. Ryan Gosling plays a science teacher who has the fate of the world on his shoulders in Project Hail Mary.
Every star was infected by its neighbor except one.
Why?
We don't know.
Which is why we built a ship to go there and find out.
It's 11.9 light years
A
away.
lot going on in this one. I don't know how they fit all this in a movie. Like, how long is this movie?
Right. I'm kind of intrigued by this one. Yeah, he plays a middle school teacher. He's going to have to save the world somehow. I'd like to see how they're going to do that. I think that this has got a lot going for it. First of all, Ryan Gosling. Second of all, it's by the same author who wrote The Martian, the Matt Damon film. Looks a little similar. Yeah. And it's got two great directors, Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, who did the Lego Movie. Drew Goddard, who's a great screenwriter who did World War Z. So a lot of great names involved in this, and so I'm intrigued to see it, and it looks like a fun premise. So yeah, this will be fun.
Interesting, maybe slightly cheesy. Just
Could
like
be.
a little slightly cheesy.
I'm okay with that.
Me too. If it's entertaining, it's entertaining.
I agree.
Let's move on to this next one. We have got a movie starring someone a lot of Long Islanders will recognize. Kevin James, of course, decides to go on his honeymoon after being left at the altar in Solo Mio.
She's the only woman I ever loved. Look, I can't start over again.
You have to try. Don't be afraid.
Another love story just in time for Valentine's Day.
That's right. Yeah, and all filmed in Italy. So this is a movie by the Canane brothers, who are, I think it's an 8-sibling filmmaking collective. Wow. They collaborated with Kevin James on some short films during the pandemic. This is their first big feature with him. One funny thing about this is that somebody who looks a lot like Kevin James has been doing a social media campaign. It's an art teacher named Matt Taylor. I think if you take a look at it, it looks very, very much like Kevin James.
So you're saying this is not Kevin James?
Well, I'm just telling you that Kevin James has not said, yes, that's me, and this is an account called This Is Matt Taylor, and it just so happens that his character in the film is named Matt Taylor. I'm just putting the dots together. You know, call me a conspiracy theorist, but I think there's a promotional campaign going on here.
Yeah, sounds like it. Huh, pretty interesting. Well, 3 great movies, Rafer. Thank you so much again for highlighting them for us so we all know what to get out there and watch. We appreciate your time. You can read more of Rafer's reviews on our website, newsday.com.
Well, some special cookies are gaining a lot of attention in Oceanside. Elisa DiStefano has this week's Feed Me TV.
They're sweets to savor. I'm Elisa DiStefano, and these are Peruvian alfajores.
Alfajores are originally from Peru, brought from the Spaniards conquistadors.
They're made fresh at Jessie's Pastries in Oceanside by Jessie herself.
It's a very soft cookie with dulce de leche filling. It's like a shortbread cookie, so it just melts in your mouth. We have 4 different kinds. One that's the classic, the traditional, just dulce de leche and powdered sugar on top. We have one with dulce de leche and coconut around the edge. One filled with Nutella, because you can't go wrong with Nutella. And one with rum-infused dulce de leche.
I want to learn how to make them, and then, the tough part of my job, I'm going to have to do a little taste testing.
Of course, let's go. We can make them together. This is the dulce de leche.
Okay. How much?
However you want to have in your cookie.
I want a lot in my cookie. And how many of these do you sell?
We sell quite a few. During when we do the markets, we sell a lot of boxes.
What's the most popular?
The classic.
And that's what we're making?
Yeah. Take the other cookie and just press a little bit so as not to go over the... So then we're gonna take the sugar.
I come help you anytime you need.
Yes, please.
You could pay me in cookies.
Cookies and empanadas.
You're right, it melts in your mouth.
The coconut takes the same feeling. It's just a little bit more to the edge so that the coconut can stick. Yeah, perfect. Wow, that's beautiful.
I love coconut. The coconut are my favorite.
Right? Yeah.
I did a really good job. It is delicious.
I'm a big cookie guy. They look great. And find more desserts from around the world on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. And time now for the best in high school sports. Here's Jared Veluzzi.
There were so many highly anticipated matchups all across Long Island in high school sports, including one of the biggest wrestling tournaments in all of New York. It was the Eastern States Classic, and Massapequa's Jake Nito with a double leg takedown, and this was big for his 138-pound title. And we'll head over to the girls' side of things. Sydney Fisher of Bayshore, it looks like she's in trouble, but she'll escape and go for the takedown. Fisher looking to secure the pin, and she's going to do exactly that as she gets to bring home a title. And we'll head over to ice hockey now. Long Beach taking on undefeated Belmore Merrick, and Long Beach goalie Justin Mealy will turn away the breakaway, and Long Beach hands Belmore Merrick their first loss of the season. And in Suffolk County, Pat Med taking on Ward Melville. Jake Ranieri, what a move, and he's gonna finish as Pat Med falls just short to Ward Melville. And in boys basketball, Deer Park's Nusante Delbridge, the spin, the step back, he connects from deep in a Deer Park win. And we'll head over to North Babylon now. Cameron Serrano with the block as North Bab picks up the big win over Comac. And on the girls' side of the court, Danielle Perfetto with the help defense. It's going to be a steal. Perfetto off to the races as she gets the layup to go in the Manhasset win. And finally, out in MacArthur, they were taking on Calhoun, and this was one of 10 blocks for Megan Campbell. What a performance she had as she recorded a quadruple double as MacArthur stays undefeated. Campbell with 10 points, 15 rebounds, 10 assists, and of course, 10 blocks. As those were the plays of the week all over Long Island in high school sports. I'll be back next week for some more incredible moments.
And you can watch this week's entire Sarah Sounds Off episode on Newsday.com. Greg talks about the interference of spectators in high school sports on Long Island. It's a big issue. Just click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. And you can see more on all the stories you have seen on Newsday.com and watch us streaming anytime on Local Now, YouTube, and the other services you see here. I'm Doug Geed. Hey, it's a 3-day weekend for many of you. Enjoy it. More local news straight ahead.
One girl's harrowing story reveals some of Long Island's darkest secrets. A complex story of drug abuse and sex trafficking that led to 23 arrests. Unprotected, now available at Newsday.com/unprotected.